What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Figure It Out. Today we're working on a double blade wind propeller, part of the Backyard Wind Propeller series. I'm not going to talk about the full build today, as I've done that in a previous video, and if you'd like to go see that process, you can check it out on my channel. I'm using this 5/8 inch drill bit to drill out the holes for the hub bearings. And if you haven't used a 5/8 inch drill bit, you may figure out the hard way, like me, that when you move it through too slowly, it causes some chatter. Now, I filled the holes with some epoxy and some wood, and then I re-drilled the holes using steady pressure, and that worked a lot better. I really enjoy building these backyard wind propellers, and here on the Figure It Out channel, we are planning some big projects ahead, including a 250 watt wind turbine, converting a lawnmower to an AC generator, larva production for our 21 chickens we have on the property, building out a camper from an old trailer that I bought this last winter, and converting a mountain bike to an electric e-bike. If you don't want to miss some of these projects, be sure to subscribe. Perfect. All right, we have it completely assembled. I have these tightened to where the flex or the movement of the props shouldn't hit each other. They're pretty frictionless at the moment, pretty much at the limit of the friction set on them, where the nuts that are holding these from moving back and forth won't allow them to pitch at all, or should say just yaw into each other. See, this is as close as they can get. And if I go here, this one falls and it's free state. They're mostly balanced, way close enough for what I go. There's it. And it joins the club.
All right, we're just gonna check to make sure they are still in good condition. Seen some 35+ mile an hour gusts today. Pretty consistent winds at the 20 to 25 mile an hour range. So we're just checking to make sure the tips haven't been hitting each other. Doesn't appear so. The flex is really close though, but you'll see. Yeah, this one's really loose. Much looser than when I originally installed it, so we're going to go ahead and tune it back up. All right, so I have decided to put an extra bearing in. I don't know why I didn't do this before. When I had put 3 in the other one, I'd only put 2 in this one, so we're going to put a third one in there just like that. Put a little JV weld around the edge here to make sure it is solid in there before putting it back on. crazy day of wind here. It was bound to happen. This one shattered. The front one destroyed, and then it nicked the back one too. It's probably 45 to 50 mile an hour winds out there. And the other ones are holding up great. Getting about 3,500 RPM out of the small one. Oh, here comes a...
All right, checking out the damage from well, incident there, and it looks like this piece has broken off. It also is fractured. Here, let's see if we can see the gap here. Yeah, split the wood right here. So we are going to glue it back up, and then I'll have to rebalance everything. The other propeller did much better, but its tip still got a little damage, so I'll have to go ahead and repair that as well. But we'll have to take it apart to do all of this. The main reason that I think that it flew off the holder there was I totally forgot to lock these down. So when I came to it, this one had screwed down, so there was only pretty much this much in the holder still. So it just kind of peeled off of that. So I got to make sure I tighten those down and really cinch them down, because sometimes I just finger tighten them just so that I can adjust them later on. But I think I really need to lock them down, and I've gone out and locked down all the other propeller stems. So we'll get on to fixing this and get it all up and running, and that will be a wrap for the project, very likely. Onward and upward, here we go. That 5-minute epoxy set way faster than I expected. Might have added a little too much hardener. They turned out better than I expected. All right, we have the dual propellers rebuilt, resanded, rebalanced, refinished. We put some teak oil on them. I'll let the teak oil dry for a few days before I put another coat of wax on them, or fresh coat of wax on them, but we're gonna reassemble it. And note how close the props come to each other on this side compared to that side. And that's with me putting a decent amount of pressure on it on that side. All right, so nothing, and it come in contact here. This is looking closer at the shaft, and it's bent. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's see, do I have something straight to confirm it's bent? Definitely bent. Barely noticeable on the bottom edge, but it's bent right about here, downward. All right, it is complete. I'll update if anything big happens, but they're completely parallel now. I don't know if that's the camera's capturing that. Perfectly balanced, silent, straight, just like new. When it's fully going, you can barely tell that it's epoxy together.